Hey guys, it's Kristina. So I have my July favorites for you today. I'm going to start off with skincare. So first of all, I have been using my PMD again. I did a video about it like a long time ago at my other place, the last place that I had. So I will link it down below if you haven't seen it. And I showed you how to use it and everything like that. And if you don't know what PMD stands for, it's Personal Microdermabrasion. I used to get microderms a long time ago. I talked about it in my skincare videos, and I used to have really problematic skin right here, and Proactive cleared that up a lot, but also microderms help a lot, but they were very expensive. I used to go to this place in my city, but they're like really expensive a pop, and sometimes they can be like $60 to $100 for just the 10-minute session or whatever, or however long it lasted, I don't remember. But this thing you can use over and over at your own home, so you don't have to drive anywhere, and it's so much cheaper. And all you do is you just replace these little things every once in a while, not even very often, depending how often you use it. And you do get a few of these different tips right here. You can just take it off so you can clean it, but you get different ones depending on what kind of skin type you have. And so, you know, you can even like lend this to your mom, your sister, your best friend, whoever. Like, you know, they can just get their own tip for their skin, and everybody can just use this one in a household or whatever, you know what I mean? It just makes it so much more affordable. It's so easy to use. Like I said, I'll link that video and show you guys like how to use it. But I've been getting these little bumpies like right here, and they're not pimples because you can't pop them. They're more like blackheads, but they won't go away. I've tried to, you know, use masks, whatever, and they won't go away. So I've been using this thing again, and I've had it for a long time, like I said. So the long-term effects of this are really amazing because it does help not only with, you know, cleansing your skin of blackheads and all that gunk, but also people who get like really bad hyperpigmentation or some sort of like scarring from acne. They have all these problems with their skin. If you keep using this thing, it really will help all that go away. So I would definitely recommend this. So I will link this down below. Like everything else I'm talking about today, I will be listed in the down bar, so just look down there. Continuing with the skincare, I have my Citrus Clear Uplift Lemon Control Moisturizer, whatever it's called. This stuff is awesome. I mentioned it in a lot of different videos before. I think the first one I was talking about it in like 2011 or 12. I don't know. This is my second pot. It does last you a long time. And what I like about this is not only is it a moisturizer, but also it acts as a primer, especially in the summer when your skin tends to get more oily. My skin is already a combination, and I live on the beach, so the humidity doesn't help. And my makeup a lot of times will start getting like oily throughout the day. So this will help it stay matte a little bit longer. You know, I still do get oily. I use a primer and this, and you know, you just can't help it. But it really does make it last a lot longer. It just makes this like a little barrier between your skin and your makeup. I don't know, it's just really awesome. And of course, you know, it's summertime, so everybody goes tanning, or you're out in the sun, you're at the beach, in the pool, whatever. You know, even if you go to like festivals, you're not even near water, but you're still going to be in the sun. And these two things I showed you in my last haul video, but these are from Soliderm, and these are After Sun Solutions. So this is the body lotion, and this is the facial cream. And these are awesome to use afterwards, so that way it'll heal the damage, and that way it'll heal your skin and, you know, do less damage. Yes, you can wear SPF, but you still get skin damage. Even if like you don't burn per se, you still get like that sun damage. And if you want to reverse that a little bit, you know, of course you can't like go back 20 years and make your skin perfect, but this stuff really does help. So I will also link this down below. And speaking of sun damage, I've also been using this sunblock right here, which I never use sunblock, but I've been trying this out and I really like it. It's the Michael Todd True Organics Nature's Block Mineral Sunscreen in SPF 20. And I like that it's mineral because apparently there's two kinds. I didn't know this before, like I learned this a couple years ago, but apparently there's two kinds. So if you don't know, there's mineral and there's also physical. Physical is the one that, you know, is more like the thick kind of cream, and the mineral is just like better if you don't like that sticky kind of thick creams, basically. So here, I'll show you a little bit what it looks like. So it's just like white like that, but it's very light. It's not greasy at all, and this is formulated for your face, but you can use it on your body as well. So it's natural mineral based broad spectrum sunscreen. So basically it's good because it has no PABA, no parabens, no oxybenzone, no artificial color or fragrance or chemical sunscreens. And it has like no scent that I can tell, but you guys know, like I just had surgery, so my sense of smell is still kind of not all there. It says laboratory studies of several sunscreen chemicals indicate that they may mimic hormones and disrupt the hormone system. So some of those are the oxybenzone and other sunscreen chemicals that can be toxic to the reproductive systems or interfere with normal development. So basically this sunblock is free of those chemicals. And this protects you from the UVA and UVB, so both of those. And it's just a cute little thing that you can throw in your purse or your beach bag or whatever. It's not like one of those huge bottles that just gets everywhere. Like, no. Then for makeup, I have been loving my City Lips lip glosses / lip plumpers. I did a whole video about these with swatches, so if you want to see what all of these colors look like on, I will link that video down below for you guys. And these are from City Lips, but they also do have their City Cosmetics website where you can buy other stuff from, you know, for like skincare and for the body, everything like that. And I do have a 30% off coupon code for you guys, so we'll list that code along with the link down below. Continuing with the makeup, I have this NYX liner that I just discovered. I don't know why I didn't try this before or use it or whatever. This liner I bought back in like last year and Black Friday because I had an Ulta gift card and I bought a whole bunch of stuff and they had the free shipping over $50, so I had like maybe $40 worth of stuff that I actually needed, and I just kind of threw a couple more cheap things in the cart so that way I would get the free shipping. And this was literally like I think $4, maybe like something cheap like that, you know. And I mean, I like NYX, so I was like, I know it's not going to be a bad liner, but just in case, like whenever I run out of my favorite liner, which is the Lorac one, I'll just have something on hand, you know, so that way I just use something before I go buy my favorite expensive one again. So I just ran out of the Lorac one and I've been using this one, and it's so good. The first time I used it was when I went to Vegas, and it's so precise. And what I like about it is that it is a bristle tip, because normally like these cheap drugstore liners, they do have that spongy tip that gets all dry and just like, I don't know, I hate it. Like my Lorac liner is my favorite because of the bristles, because of how precise it is. And yes, the tip of that one is a little bit easier to maneuver because this is very thin, and which is good for people who like super thin, super small lines. This camera doesn't focus, so I can't go too close, but you know, considering the price, I think I'll just keep buying this one because the Lorac one is about $22 and this is, I'm guessing, about around $4. So, you know, the only thing is that like it's a little bit more, you know, you have to like work it a little bit more. That one is easier to use because this tip is so thin that sometimes you can just mess it up and like go the wrong way. So you just gotta be a little bit more careful, take like an extra minute doing it, but that's not a big deal. And it's also black. It doesn't have that weird metallic finish, so you don't have to go over it with the gel liner, which I also like a lot. So I will also link this for you guys below. And you can find this on like Amazon and stuff too, so it's even cheaper. And honestly, when you shop on like eBay, Amazon, all those cheap sites, you can actually use Ebates and save more money. So if you don't know what Ebates is, I have a whole video about it, so I will link that below. But basically it's a third-party website that you shop through to whatever other website that you were going to shop on anyway, like Victoria's Secret, Ulta, Amazon, whatever, even eBay. Like whenever I buy something on eBay, it doesn't matter how expensive it is, whatever, you go through Ebates and then they'll give you cash back for that purchase. So it really does add up, and they have so many sites on Ebates that literally you can make money back for any purchase. Like I said, even eBay, like cheap little stuff that you buy, or maybe it's a big purchase like you're buying a phone or a laptop or a dresser, whatever, you know, you can make money back, and it really does add up. It's awesome. And you can get a $10 gift card just for signing up, so definitely check it out. The link will be below. And speaking of saving money, I wanted to show you guys my Chase Sapphire Preferred card. I'm going to cover up my name, but basically it looks like this, and it does have some weight to it. Whenever I have somebody run it, they're like, oh, this weighs a little bit. It's not as heavy as a black card, but it's, you know, heavier than a normal plastic card because it does have a chip in it, so that means whenever you go overseas, you're not going to get charged those fees that normally you get charged. Like whenever I buy something at an international airport in like Europe or something, I get charged like an extra fee, you know, by the card, like my regular Wells Fargo card or Discover, whatever. You know, this won't do that. And also you get so many points back. You actually get, like, every purchase you make, you get points back, and they do add up. And when I went to Vegas, my plane ticket was actually free. It was supposed to be like $650. It was completely free because of this card, I swear to God. Because when you sign up, the first 3 months of having this card and spending money, not only do you get points back for every purchase, but they do give you like points. When I signed up, it was 30,000 points for the first 3 months, because if you spend $3,000, and now it's 40,000, so it's even more. But I got the 30,000 points, and then within like a few like I think 3 months, I earned about $17,000 more. Doesn't mean I spent $17,000. It's just points. And so total I had like about 47,000 points. And then my ticket ended up being $650, something like that. And that was worth 44,000 points because I had booked it through them. You know, they have a little website that you can go to book your travel. Like you can book your hotels and pay with your points or whatever. But I called them and they did it for me. And, you know, if you don't have enough points, at least it'll pay for portion of your travel, you know. But in my case, it just ended up being all of it. So my total for my ticket was about 44,000 points, and I still had some points left over, like 3,000 points. I'm like, hey, that's awesome. So I paid nothing for my ticket, which is crazy. If I knew about this card back in like a few years ago when I was just traveling to Ukraine back and forth, my tickets to Ukraine are usually like about $1,500. That's not cheap, you know. So if I knew about it back then, I would have definitely gotten this card years ago. I didn't know if it even existed because they always send me all these like cards in the mail, like sign up for this and that, but like I never sign up because I'm like, I already have, you know, the credit cards, like why do I need more? But this one especially, my friend told me about it and I signed up, and I'm so glad that I did. Like I promise I'm not sponsored by them. I just love it and I just want to save you guys money. So we'll link that website as well down below where you can sign up for it. And then speaking of saving money, I'm still using my Uber and Lyft, both of those apps, and they look like this. So the Uber, I know I can't even like zoom in. Why am I even showing you? Let me turn the brightness up on this because you can't even see that. But the Uber one is just this white little thingy with a U in it, and then the Lyft is got this pink balloon on it. But basically they're two apps that really like act as a taxi, except it's like regular people, so it's so much cheaper. And also they always have promos. Like when first Uber started in my area, like they had free rides for like 2 weeks or something for Memorial Weekend, so everybody was taking advantage of it because they were promoting it, you know, because it was just like very new in my area. So everybody was getting free rides everywhere, free lifts, whatever. And I'm still using it, you know, so it does come in handy, especially if you're in a different area. Like if you travel to, like I went to New York and stuff like that, you know, you don't have your car. It's really awesome. It's really helpful. You just tap on it, you say request a driver, and they come pick you up. You don't have to hail a cab. So 1, 2 is cheaper. 3, you can see where the driver is. So, you know, sometimes you call a taxi and they're like, oh, we're like down the street, and they're like 30 minutes away. This one you can actually see exactly where they are, what the driver looks like, what the car looks like. So it's not like a scam. You don't pay with cash, so it just charges it to your app, so to your card. You don't have to worry about like, you know, all that stuff like having money on you, or say like you lost your wallet or something like that if you went and got drunk somewhere at a bar. You know what I mean? So it's really awesome. So I will link both of those for you guys below. And speaking of apps, I also just got the Audible app, this little black one right here. And I know you guys have heard about Audible before, like everybody always talks about it on YouTube, but it's the audiobook app. And yes, you can listen to it on your computer as well, not just on your phone, but it's really awesome, you know, because a lot of times I want to read, but I just don't have the time. And this way you can like get it done. Even if you're like driving somewhere, you're sitting in traffic for too long, you can just put this on and listen to your book. So I will also link that below. And finally, to wrap it up, I just wanted to talk about something fun. So I recently rediscovered these funny videos on YouTube called Willem's Beatdown, which probably you already heard about, but I used to watch them a long time ago. They used to do them on the Stylish channel like a year and a half ago. I don't know, a long time ago. So they had like I think 19 episodes, and they stopped uploading videos. So I remember I used to watch them, and then I totally forgot because they stopped uploading. And then I saw somebody's comments in the comment section about like on some video I was watching, and they were like, Willem's Beatdown. I was like, wait, didn't I used to watch that? Like, what is that? So I looked it up and I was like, oh my god, this is so hilarious. And now I found out that he started uploading them on his channel. So we'll link that playlist with those videos down below for you guys if you want to watch. They're really funny. He just basically makes fun of other videos. It's hilarious. Like if you like watching people like Kingsley or like Jenna Marbles, just people who like make fun of other people who are, you know, it's just hilarious to watch, and he's funny, and yeah, I love it. But please subscribe to my channel if you like this video, and also my vlogging channel. I will link my second channel down below for you guys, as well as my Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. All of that will be down there if you want to find me and chat, and I'll see you next time.